Okay, hi there. In this tutorial I'm going to be covering PHP sessions. Now sessions are quite similar to cookies, however sessions only have a temporary time expiration, if you like. They will be destroyed as soon as the browser is closed or the connection to the page is lost, if that makes sense. So they're not like cookies, you can't set an expiration time in particular, and they're not stored in the same way. The ID of the session can be stored in a cookie, or you might have seen in a browser URL something like I can't remember the name, but it's like something equals and just a load of sort of numbers, and I think letters are included as well. But anyway, basically our sessions are similar to cookies, however they're not stored for a long period of time, only until the user closes their browser. Okay, so sessions are a bit different. What we need to do is, first of all, we need to declare, or rather call this function called session start. Now this needs to be at the top of every page that you use sessions in. So if you don't have this and you're trying to either echo out a session value or you're trying to set a session, it won't work. You need this session start code in there. In a minute I'm going to show you the error that comes up when you don't use this, so you'll know for the future. Now to create a session, it's very easy. We use $_session, and then in square brackets we give the name of the session. This is just going to be name, and we just equal this value to something. It can be string data, it can be numerical data, whatever you like. Okay, so we've got our session set here. Let's presume that I'm just going to run this for the first time. Let's refresh. Okay, nothing's happened. Now if I again, like I did in my cookies tutorial, if you haven't already seen that, check it out. But I'm going to comment out this code, and then what I'm going to do is echo out the value of the session that I've just set. So that's name. Now bear in mind this is not going to be run, so this could be on a completely different page for all you know, but basically I'm just starting my session and I'm getting a session called name that's already been stored by our server. So let's refresh, and we can see that that's equal to Alex. So you could add this and this code on any page, so you can add your session start and echo session name on any page, as long as this has been started on any page in the current session of the browser. So for example, if I was to create a new page and add my PHP code in, and let's say session start, and we're going to echo out the session name, the one that I've just set. And I'm going to save this out in my sessions folder as new page or new.php. So when we come back to our page here and we click on here and type new.php, we get exactly the same value. Even though we're not working from the page that we created our session, we're still able to access it. However, if I was to close my browser and reopen it, this session probably would still not exist. Okay then, right, let me just show you what happens if you don't put your session start in. You get an error similar to this. Oh, and let's go back, new.php. Yeah, in fact, what's happening here is we're not actually getting any output. The reason being, we haven't started our session. By putting our session start in, you can see that we get our value out. Now the reason it's not coming out for me at the moment is because I don't have that type of error reporting on, but if you did have a specific type of error reporting turned on, I have a tutorial on that as well, then you'll see that you will probably get an error. So we can close this off now, and I'm just going to show you how to unset a session. Now the way to do this is to basically say either unset and then session in brackets, that will unset our session, or what we can do is we can use a completely different command altogether, and that is session destroy. And the difference between these two commands is session destroy will completely destroy sessions that you currently hold. Unset will unset a particular session. So it's up to you really. If you're, say, logging a user out, you'd say session destroy, and that would basically clear all current session variables that you hold at the present time. Otherwise you can just unset a specific one. So what are sessions useful for? If you say entered a website and had the chance to check a box saying remember me. If you didn't check this box, then you'd probably be using sessions, because once the user's browser has been closed, the user will be logged out, and when they come back onto the website, they'll have to retype their details, say their username and their password, to come back into the website. If you're using cookies, this is different, because you set an expiration time, which means that the user will be logged in, or this cookie will be held until the user decides to destroy it, and we'd have to create code to destroy our cookie, like shown in my cookie tutorial. So really, it's up to you whether you use sessions or cookies. Sessions are good for short term, cookies are good for a long term, specific amount of time that you want a piece of data to be held. But if you go onto my PHP project, register and log in, you'll see that I use sessions. This is just because I'm used to using sessions when I'm creating tutorials. However, you can take any form of this. It could be a cookie, it could be a session. It's really up to you whether you want to keep the user logged in for a long period of time or not. So if you've got any questions on this at all, sorry for rambling on, but just feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you around. Thanks for watching.